everyone, Sam here from My Needle. I'm back to check in with you all and give you an update on what I've been stitching over the last few weeks. It has been a little while since my last video, and that is because we have been in lockdown here in New Zealand. So a few weeks ago, mid to end of August, we went into level 4, which is basically a stay at home. Only essential people can travel, or if you're going to the supermarket or the doctors or getting your vaccine, that was the only time you could leave home. So I think it's 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks I've been at home now. So with the husband and the kids. No, it's been good. I've had my first vaccine, my husband's scheduled to get his next weekend, I believe, and the kids have had their first vaccines, which is good. But we're in level 3, which means we can go and get contactless coffee. So that's what the husband and I done this morning, because the kids are with their mum. So we went and got some coffee this morning, and while he's out running, I thought I would come in and check in with you guys and show you what I've been up to. So I have today to show you a couple of finishes. I do have one knitting finish and one knitting whip to show you, so I'll show you that as we go through. And I have some whips to show you. I've worked on a little bit of everything and just a couple of bits of haul. So yeah, we'll start with my finishes. I have 2 cross stitch finishes and 1 knitting finish, so I'll show you the knitting one first. This is my Sedona triangle shawl from Lion brand. It's a free pattern on their website, and I stitched this with one of the Lion brand it's an ombre self striping 100% acrylic yarn. So it's self striping, so I finished that. So obviously stockinette and knit stitches, or knits and pulls. So you do 1, 2, 3 repeats of this pattern. So it's a big chunk of stockinette, then a knit, and then stockinette and a knit, stockinette and a knit. So I've done that, and then it's just a massive knit stitch border at the end. So that's it there. So that's my finish. And then I have 2 cross stitch finishes to show you. I'll show you my big one first. I have finally finished the brick house sampler. I started this in February 2019. As you know, this is by Brenda Gervais with My Needle. This is meant to be stitched 1/1 on 28 count mushroom Lagana, and if you've been watching me for a while, you will know that I started it on 28 count mushroom Lagana, and then I screwed up the count because I started in the middle with the house, and I said screw this, and I restarted it on 28 count mushroom Lagana, but 2/2. So I finished this in August. Here we go, all finished in all its glory. So last time you saw it, I think I had about that much done, and maybe some of the border all the way across. So that's pages 1, 2 and then 3. So since you last saw it, I've done all of this. I went in and fixed up the colour of these flowers because I stitched them in the wrong colour. Let's give you a close-up. So yeah, I'm very pleased it's all finished. When I was going through and checking everything, I had noticed I had obviously was stitching on some parts of the house late at night, and my stitches were wrong. So I had to rip a few places out in the house, redo that. Just fold it up because this piece is huge. I have back stitched long stitched the stairs, and the grass underneath I swapped to DMC. I unpicked what I had and I redone it in DMC, which I think is much better. I don't need to see the variegated for that. And you can see that I have stitched the birds differently. So this one was stitched up and down, and I've stitched this one around. So the wings are different, which is quite cool. The grass is different on these two, which is fine. Yeah, very pleased. So that's one big finish done. That was a goal for this year, was to finish this, so I'm very pleased it's done. And the other finish is actually start and a finish since I last saw you. I started Little House Needleworks, the stitching bee, and I've stitched this on a piece of 28 count from Country Stitch, and I pulled all my own threads. I didn't bring my stitching book over, so I can't tell you what threads I used. Majority of them were Victoria Motto threads, and the white was Classic Colourworks Eggshell, which is the called for. I haven't done the French knots, but I don't want to, but that's my finish. So I've actually left off the bottom bees and flowers and just done that. Very sweet. But yeah, that's my other finish. So that's my two cross stitch finishes. We have a friend coming to say hello. Come here. Come here. Come say hello, George. George. Hello. Good girl. Off you go. Right. What should we do next? Let's do my knitting whip, because I only have one. I only do one at a time. And I'm still cat fur. I only do one at a time for knitting. That might change because I'm going to teach myself how to knit socks. So I might have a shawl on the go and a pair of socks, because I think next week we're due to go back to level 2 on Wednesday, which means I can go to work. And because I travel to work, which is 3 hours each day, there and back is 3 hours on the train, I thought if I learn how to knit socks, then I can knit on the train and do socks, because it's a small project that can go in my work bag. Anyway, this shawl I'm currently knitting is, I found it on Ravelry. It's called the Pirate Cove Shawl. I'm stitching mine all in acrylic, because it's the cheapest yarn you can get here in New Zealand, and I thought it was the best thing to do since I'm just learning. But there it is there. That's what I'm up to. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. I'm up to part 5, and you have 3 colours. So it starts at the bottom, so I just use this light grey, and then you stripe it. So I use this cream ecru colour, and then you stripe it again. So I've got a dark grey and a light grey and the ecru, and then you drop off the light grey. So then it's just the dark and the ecru, and I'm on part 5, which is just the end. I'm just finishing knitting this part. Ideally, this band up here should be as wide as this band, and then it'll be bind off and blocking and done. So I have this much to go of my 50 gram I picked up. So that's my current knitting, and then my current cross stitch projects. So after I finished the brick house, I picked up another old project and put some work into it. So this is Blackberry House by Plum Street. Stitching this on 32 count Queen Anne's lace, Lagana, using the called for. Now I know my margins are a bit tight, but that's fine. Just put that up here. So there it is in all its glory. So since I saw you last, I done the house. I finished the house. I only had the doors and some of the windows, and then I had the door, some windows, and one outline of the house. So since then I've finished the windows, coloured in the house, and done the roof. And then it has a wind vane thing on it that's 1/1, so I'll attempt to do that. So once I do that, so that's that is a page finish there. This one isn't quite a page finish on this side, because I've got to finish the year, and there's a motif up here, and that'll be a page. But there it is there. I love this piece. Now, we had a stitching catch-up video call the other week, and while we were on that, I picked up my Mill Hill kit, old blue and red. I picked this up off the freebie table at our Wellington cross-stitch retreat last year, so in 2020. I'm stitching this on the 14 count Ada that came in the kit. So all I've done, I've stitched on this a few times since you last saw it, so I've done all the light colour outline, and I have picked colours down the bottom here, and I've just been picking that colour and doing it all. So when I was on the call, I done this turquoise colour and got all that done. That's completed in the pattern. Oh yes, I started something else since I last saw you. You may have seen that, I can't remember when I last filmed, but I purchased some of the stitching with the Housewife's charts off Etsy. So this is sunflower seeds, stitching on 16 count chalkboard Ada using the called for threads. Yeah, I think I mentioned this last time that I purchased it. I started it, that's what I'm up to. I have worked on one of my Haids, which is the Evil Queen Story Keep. This is, I think, 55, 56% done. And since I last saw you, I've just been doing this black. It's over halfway, this one. Oh yes, I had another new start. I have started another Haid. What is it called? Can't remember. It is a mini, but I don't think it's going to be too pixelated, just because of the type of pattern it is. I'll put in a picture because I can't remember what it's called, but this is my start. This is just under 500 stitches. So this is the bottom left because I'm a bottom left starter. This is on 25 count 1/1 full cross. The Evil Queen is 25 count 2/1 tent, so half stitch. Done that. I have put a fair whack of stitches into my Carolyn Manning Designs Beachcomber. This is another one that's over halfway done, and I've just been colour completing. This is done on 18 count Aida, one thread, just doing one over one full cross. I'm just working in this colour here. So I've done that one, so I've got that to do, and this one to do, and that colour will be complete. Because I've done the bones basically of this pattern, I can just go in colour complete now, and with Pattern Keeper it's pretty easy. I did pick up my flea market flowers from Laurie Holt. I'm stitching this one on. There we go, 28 count Lugana in the colour Hokey Pokey from Country Stitch here in New Zealand. Part of the Rainbow Club, so that's pretty cool. I get a fat quarter and a smaller cut every month. So, I started this big one in the middle here. And I only got one colour done the other night. I was pretty tired. This goes this way up. That's what I'm up to. Using this one's being stitched with the called for DMC, and it's 2 over 2. 2 more whips. I pulled out in the week my Indian Peacock Dimensions kit. This is a full kit which comes with 14 count natural Aida. It is still on my lap frame. I'm not going to take it off or unscroll it this time. Just that way. Right. So I've just been filling in here. So this is the halfway point. So I've done all the back stitching down the bottom. I haven't done any French knots. I'll do them last. But that's what I've been working on. Just filling in. And then my last whip to show you is my Haid Quick Stitch Tranquil Tulip that I'm doing 2 over 1 10 stitch on 25 count. I am up to 79.5%. I was stitching on this morning. So there it is. As you can see, I'm getting closer. I have just over 5,000 stitches I think to go. So I am concentrating on finishing this. So I've done lots of fill in here and lots up here, lots in here, lots in the butterfly. So I'm just picking a colour that I've got on my thread card and colour completing until it's gone or I run out of thread. And once I've gone through all my thread card, then I'll go back and pick up the colours I'm missing and just start from the top of the list basically and work through colour completing. Looks so good. So yes, I was working on this morning. Love it. So I'm hoping to have, I'm going to finish this one. This is the one I'm concentrating on at the moment. Like I did with the brick house, I concentrated on that and smashed that out. When I picked it up, I thought, oh shoot, I'm going to spend a while on the brick house. But I think I got that done in a weekend. I finished it. Spent all day, because we're in lockdown, I can't do anything. So I spent all day stitching basically. So at the moment I'm stitching in the day and then knitting during the evening. Because my eyes are sore after working all day. So yeah. There it is. So hopefully, I will be at 85% by the end of the weekend. I smashed out 1,000 stitches yesterday in it. I want to get in another 1,000 today. If I do 1,000 today and 1,000 tomorrow, that'll only leave 3,000, and then I'm just going to concentrate on this through the week. Maybe I could have it done by the next weekend, end of next weekend. That would be nice. There we are. So that's all my whips and my finishes. The only other thing I have to show you is some wool. I did get in some knitting yarn, but I'm not showing you guys that. I'll just show you my cross stitch stuff. I have placed an order with 123 Stitch for a couple of charts and a couple of packs of sulky, so hopefully they'll be here. Well, they've only just left America, so it'll be a few weeks before I get them. And then with some of the stitching girls, we put in a group order for some stuff from the Needlework Expo. So that's coming from Australia, I think. So that'll be cool. I got a book of days. So I plan on using that next year. And planning some stuff out to get finished. Yeah, that's it. Just show you my 2 pieces of wool and then we'll be done. So my Rainbow Club fabric came in from Catherine. So this is a 32 count Lugana in the colour Willow, and it is a green. Just a small piece. So this is the small cut I get each month, and then the other one is my larger piece. These will just go straight into my fabric boxes. So I have a vintage style cabinet over there with some drawers in it and a cupboard. And in the cupboard I have baskets, and they're sorted into fabric counts and they're labelled, so I just put all this in there. The other piece of fabric I got from Catherine is another 32 count Lugana in the colour Little Boy Blue. I haven't actually looked at these, I just put them aside to show you guys. That's one side. Nice pale blue, little bit of mottling, not much. Very happy, don't know what I'll put on it. Like I said, it just goes to the stash. And that's it, that's everything I have this week for this video. Away. What am I going to be working on? Is this my tulip paid? I'm going to try and get, as I said, put in 1,000 stitches today. That this afternoon or this evening will be my shawl. I'm going to try smash it out too today. That's all my stuff. So that's all I have to show you guys this video. Thank you very much for those regular people that are coming in and checking in with me and see what I've been up to. And thank you to anyone that is new here for stopping by. Yeah, have fun stitching, guys, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.